circuit in that dogfight with Zarco for 6th place. He's got about a second of a buffer back to Quartararo on the factory Yamaha. It's been a miserable weekend so far for poor Alex Rins, who's can't even get himself in the 121s at the moment. Rins already 5 laps into this Grand Prix is nearly 9 seconds off the pace.
What we saw in the wet yesterday has sort of translated over into the dry today. Bezzecchi just not quite as strong in that 3rd sector, and it's through there where Alex Marquez is able to bring himself right onto the tail of that Aprilia, but as of yet not close enough to make a move on him. Alex Marquez, of course, still riding with that it needs to be at this stage if he's going to get anywhere near Marquez. 1.4 seconds is the advantage. Here's Alex Marquez then on his way into turn 1 up behind Marco Bezzecchi, and that Ducati didn't look awfully settled, did it, on his way into turn 1, and looked like a momentary lost the front 2 on his way around the corner, which has dropped him a few tenths or so away from Bezzecchi now.
This now is just all about a massive examination of Marc's focus, his concentration, having established what is already a big buffer.
So Bagnaia now starting to warm to the task. The gap through the 1st sector was down to half a second between 4th and 5th. Since that ever so slight wobble into turn 1, Alex Marquez hasn't been able to get anywhere near Marco Bezzecchi since that point, as we now reach 1/3 distance.
Over the crest we go, braking from over 300 kilometres an hour down to 68 kilometres an hour. Real punishing this on your upper body, isn't it, as you grab a handful of brake. The rear goes light as well. Over the crest you can so easily overpower the front and see that washout. Gianantonio at least is trying to make a race of it. He's clawed back a couple of tenths on this lap. I think this is just more Marc just making sure he's got some tyre for a charge late on here. Gianantonio actually on that last lap, to his credit, was faster than Marquez. Marquez contender sort of run a couple of 121.2s, but it's starting to ask the question, when will be the next time Marquez actually gets beaten? He's been just untouchable, hasn't he? The last 3 Grand Prix, supreme at his beloved Aragon, brilliant at Mugello, superb last time out in Assen. You always feared the worst for the opposition coming to a track which he likes so much. Just a little bit on there, wasn't he? Somebody's gone down. We are lost at somebody. Oh, it's the Gianantonio, Fabio, the Gianantonio. Just the point where we're saying it looks like he's nailed on for 3 successive top 6 finishes, head in hands for Pertamina Enduro VR46 Racing staff. Their weekend goes from bad to worse. The Gianantonio is going to tuck the front into that 1st corner. What a wretched weekend it's been for VR46.
John Zarco's crashed out too, Matt, out of picture. We're watching Gianantonio's crash, but I think we're also about to see Johan Zarco somewhere in a goal chat. He's down, I think, at the same corner, turn 1.
Well, we thought we're in the phase of the Grand Prix, aren't we now? Yeah, he's just going to roll off the left-hand side of the tyre, isn't he? There's Zarco. The right-hand side, rather. That was a crash that we saw Pecco Bagnaia have, wasn't it? When he was fighting Fabio Quartararo in 2022. Zarco there just tapped the throttle back in. Needs to take some weight off the front end of that LCR Honda. Well, this is turning into a race to it. Roy Martin crashed out the lead here 1 year ago. I'm not sure there's too many words that will console the Gianantonio right now. He's just braking, trail braking in. It's such a tricky downhill braking zone for that 1st corner. It went early, didn't it? He wasn't carrying an awful lot of lean angle when that front tucked down. Oh, dearie me. The heart goes out to the Gianantonio because he was the only rider that offered any kind of resistance to Marquez. It might have been only minuscule resistance, but at least there was some of the offer, but out of second he crashes.
This battle, Honda KTM, Honda Aprilia. This is the battle. Tranmere, Luca Marini, Aigura, physical strain. He's not showing it. Rather than going backwards, Marini going forwards.
Oh, Bezzecchi's gone down. As we mentioned, we're into the phase of this Grand Prix now where it's those who can manage the tyres and just stay upright on 2 wheels. Bezzecchi, how many walking wounded are we going to have in Brno next weekend? Turn 1 then now catches out Bez. We're right on board with him. Let's have a listen. 2nd place is cursed in the Sachsenring, isn't it, right now? Because the 2 Italians, both the Gianantonio and Bezzecchi, have bit the dust in that downhill braking zone. So now, in this Grand Prix...
Those are out again in sector 1. Oh, 2 riders down. That's Agura and Mir.
Wow. Agura now and Tranmere Joan Mir,
There's
who
only
just
11 riders left now.
cannot catch any kind of break, can he? It looks like he's apportioning the blame
someone
on
else is
Agura.
down. Someone else just flew into. I think that was Savadori a couple laps down who also went down. So he's now crashed under yellow flags.
Yeah,
I think we've now only got 10 runners.
So Agura, having seen Mir run slightly wide into the first corner, Agura, Savadori's down for the second time in this Grand Prix, and he might be in a bit of hot water because the yellow flags have been waving there. So Agura is on the track house at Aprilia. Binder trying to find a way through on Marini. There is no way through, as you were then, in terms of this battle for six. Miller versus Marini versus Binder. Alex still comfortably covering off Bagnaia in the battle for second. Bagnaia 1.5 seconds back now.
Marini just shaking his right arm out there, and then his right foot also taking on the effect. So I think there's a right side of Luca Marini's body that is feeling rather sore and rather achy at this stage, but he's certainly putting mind over matter at the moment.
Yeah, the problem for Marini is of course, it was at turn 1 on lap 29 last year where Jorge Martin's victory hopes ended. He had a really long summer break, didn't he, Martin, after that particular blunder? Thankfully for his sake, it didn't cost him ultimately the World Championship in 2024. Yeah, this is a safe second right now for Alex. The second place curse doesn't look like it's going to strike the 73, and he'll be thankful of that because there's 20 important World Championship points in the battle for second ahead of Bagnaia. And carrying that injury coming into this German.
It's been anything but that. There has been so much drama through the field. Second place has been a bit of a poison chalice through this Grand Prix. Gian Antonio has lost it, Bezzecchi has lost it, and they've all been losing it, trying to keep pace with the incredible King of the Saxon
feeling once again as he cruises to what is going to be his 12th career success here in Germany. Davide Tardozzi, I can't quite believe what we have seen. This has been pure and utter dominance here by Marc Marquez. One of his biggest dry race wins of his career, surely, now as he stretches nearly 8 seconds clear of the chasing pack. He can roll off now and enjoy a return to the top step here at the Saxon Ring.
Yeah, this is the big battle in the final lap. Aldeguer has well and truly chased down Quartararo in the last couple of laps. He was 3/10 quicker on each of the last 2 laps. Quartararo, though, has got a couple of corners to hang on. Marc Marquez has one more corner to go.
Into the final corner, the 93 goes. Marc Marquez reclaims his crown. He reigns in red. He's back on the throne as the king of the Saxon Ring once again. It's a 9th MotoGP win on a track that almost broke him in 2023, but nobody can break his red-hot winning streak in 2025.